It's February something, 2014, and 11 a.m., and I'm 2 beers deep already, so let's do this. Yeah! Woo! The gears have been limbered up here. Irish beer. Let me get to my happy place here. I should have wore the red shirt for this one. This is a bad pop subject. Hello everybody, Terrence Pop here with another episode of Redonkulous.com. If I were to come up to you as a father of 3 kids and say, hey man, one of those might not be yours, did I get your attention? After 3 kids, those long legs and big tits are going to become big legs and long tits. 33% of paternity tests that come across the offices of the American Association of Blood Banks are saying, hey, he's not the father. That's brutal. You don't believe me? Google it. And this is the kind of stuff that causes the two-way rifle range to begin. Winning? No. I'm not condoning domestic violence, but in 33% of the cases, I understand it. Because what's going on here is hypocrisy. It's completely unjust. People need to know it. They can't say I'm wrong. If you're a pissed off feminist and you want to nuke me in the email, make sure you send all your comments to kissmyass@idon'tcare.com. Yeah! Just saying. I'm just telling the truth, how it is. With that being said, let us begin.
Don't bite the dick that fucks you, honey. You got to learn to suck it funny.
In all seriousness, how many guys out there actually question when their old lady gets pregnant if it's theirs or not? Almost none of them. Statistically speaking, 1/3 of them aren't theirs. So you need to really pay attention here because this could really help you out here. I don't care if you're married or not. Go get yourself tested for some herpes syphilis. You might get something that's incurable. It sucks. 2 shots in the butt, some pills, and a harsh talking to by your doctor. That's what you get for that one. Oh my Lord. Not that I would know or anything. As it stands now, in the Western world, men have little or no recourse to get out from underneath this, yoke of slavery. So once you get labeled a daddy, even if you're not, you're pretty much going to pay the rest of your life for a kid that isn't yours. You guys who experience this, no, I'm not lying here. Sorry, I forgot a word, dyslexia. I was blown up in 2 wars. What do you want from me? Beer. Content's what matters here, not the actual fine details. Yeah! Upon further study of this, I found out that the feminism groups out there, they don't want this to change. They want to keep it how it is. They're saying it's the best interest of the child. It's in the best interest of the child to not see his mom get tooled up for being a lying slur. Yeah, it's all fun and games until he tools you up a few times. That's fucked up. Domestic violence isn't funny, but it kind of is. Well, in reality, they just want everybody to acknowledge a large majority of these women are whores. Damn! The FOC groups out there, friend of the court groups, they don't want this to change. They're not going to stop until no one can tell the difference between your farts and your yawns. For them, it's all about the money. They're getting a big, huge piece of the Social Security through Title IV to keep this lie going and systemic corruption. I said it. Gentlemen, if you're in this pool, my heart goes out to you. It really does. 80% of these paternity judgments are by default. So basically, she points her finger at some dude and says, he's the daddy, and you're getting half your check taken. What? But. It's like it's like roulette with titties. She spins around and around, and whoever those nipples land on, you're the daddy. And then trying to get that undone is like trying to raise Jesus Christ for a 3rd time. Enjoy that. If you are married and your old lady steps out on you, pops out a kid that's not yours, you just got what in the butt, baby. Chances are you're stuck with it. Okay, there's only a few states that allow you to get from underneath it. This, I found, is incredibly stupid. Most of these laws are based off of a 500-year common law or English law in regards to the fact that if you're married to it, you're the father. And we can't even follow the 200-year Constitution we have, for God's sake. Okay, but they're not really paying attention to that. Also, English law and common law says if you're the father, the children belong to you, which we all know they automatically go to the mother. Thus, slavery. You lose! You get nothing. For all you feminists out there that think I'm pulling these statistics out of my ass, I want you to check out the Supreme Court case, Carnell Smith, who in fact is paying child support for a child that isn't his, and the courts knew it. Look, fraud is fraud, all right? Thievery is thievery. And these lying whore mothers, they get rewarded for this deception because, in the end, it's in the best interest of the child. Basically stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars from a man who's completely innocent. Whatever, you thieving mongrel bitches. Edit that out. If there are dudes out there who cut holes in condoms to keep chicks, I'm not denying that, but this is the other side of the coin. I'll get to that subject later. Dumbasses. Men are let out of prison for egregious crimes. Men falsely imprisoned for rape are found innocent through DNA. So with this rationale, we should keep these guys in prison because the family needs to have somebody pay for that crime, right? Well, it's just like that. If you're not the father, you need to pay the child support because the best needs of the child, he needs to have somebody to pay the bills. Are you crazy? I don't understand how we can say it's the best interest of the child to continue a bold-faced lie and deception. That doesn't make any sense to me, nor should it you. And finally, last but not least, number 10. Hang on, let me need a beer for this one. I'm out of beer, need another beer. Best interest of the child. This needs to be defined because they use this for everything. Best interest of the child is just a bullshit term that politicians and feminists like to hide behind because it's so broad and vague and it can mean anything. You want more time with your kids? You can't because it's the best interest of the child. You want joint fiscal custody? Oh no, that's not in the best interest of the child. Blow it out your ass. Oh, you're not the father, but we're going to pay anyway because it's the best interest of the child. No, I'm not lying here. Listen, if I walked into a bank with a shotgun, right, and I held it up, and I said, I need to feed my children, I would go straight to prison or be shot down where I stand by a SWAT team. Not that I would know or anything. Deception is deception. Crime is crime. It doesn't matter what form it takes, and children are no excuse for it. That's just my take on it. Blow it out your ass. Let's move over to the second board, and we're going to talk about how to defend against this crazy hypocrisy. And some of you ladies out there, you might get a little angry, and I really don't care. So, smurf my balls.
Don't bite the dick that fucks you, honey. It'll be good to you.
Edit that out. Don't play. Swear it off. Don't even touch the slot C. I know it's a stretch, and I don't know how the priests do it.
They touch little kids.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Ew. Because I myself can't do it, but it is what it is. Number 2, don't get married. If you have 3 or more children, statistically speaking, one of them's not yours, and there's nothing you can do about it. I don't care if you're married to her. I don't care if you trust her. Get a DNA test. It's easy, it's cheap, and it's perfectly legal. Though you might sound like a creep, but who cares? When 33% is involved, you gotta do what you gotta do. So basically, for $150 and a little swab in the cheek, you have some peace of mind there. Trust but verify. In reality, don't trust them. And if you find out that, hey, you're not the dude, you can start the process early to get out from underneath it. Wrong hole it. Slot A or B, but never C. And if she says it hurts, remind her that she pierced her slot C, her face, and even her nipples. She waxes hair from places on her body that make men cry like little bitches. Edit that out. So, a peg D to the slot B is a vacation by comparison. So pucker up, buttercup. Oh my lord. You know what we call that? Dirty Sanchez. And if you're German, a shitler. Edit that out. Sneak him the morning after pill. I know it sounds a little harsh and weird, but it's so tiny. You just crush it up and throw it in her eggs and breakfast in bed. Just to be safe, throw one in there. How do you like your eggs? Unfertilized. Because you're looking at this statistic, Hey, you got to watch out for your own six, because nobody else is going to do it for you. And I know I'm going to get all kinds of static on that, but you got to do what you got to do. I've got some wicked emails, some like threatening, vicious ones. I don't give a shit. Bring it on. Of course, you know, the breakfast in bed option is only really on the table if she spits in your face and refuses to take it. I know this isn't 100%, it never is, but at least you're going in the right direction. Get deactivated. It's a poke, 2 snips and some smoke, and you're out of the gene pool. And save your retirement. And you don't have to worry about any of this ever again. GPS or car? I know, gentlemen, it's a creepy point, but you know what? You still have 2 left to go. If she says she's someplace and her car is somewhere else, hey, you might have to cut her away and go out the back door on reserve, because you don't want to wind up having to do a DNA getaway, because that's probably what will happen. The eye in the sky. She don't lie, but cheating bitches do. Winning! You can condomize it. That goes a long way. Wrap that rascal, do what you gotta do. Shrink wrap it, yeah. Not one of my favorite techniques, but it is what it is. And finally, last but not least, you can pull it out and spunk it on her trunk. Yeah, what you gonna do with all that spunk? All that spunk inside your trunk? Keep your retirement, bitches! You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm gonna get a homo suspicion point for that one. Oh my God. This is a serious subject. I put a little bit of a comedic spin on it. The premise for Ridiculous is it's wrong and ridiculous, but it's still going on. And this is what's going on out there, man. It is your responsibility to forward this to the younger generation so they know what's going on. Because if I only knew then what I know now, well, now you do. Don't forget to hit subscribe buttons. Because if you do, I'll run the DNA test up to the hospital myself and split the cost with you. Yeah! What a bummer. Yeah, you feminists out there who tried to hack my email and bring down my videos, you lose! You get nothing. Ah. A dick in the ass is a vacation by I can't even say that. Oh God, okay, I gotta. I'm just alcoholic. He's fat. Yeah, I'm fat. Yeah, whatever. I admit I gotta lose 10, 15 pounds. That'd be good, but I'm almost 40. I'm 40 some odd years old, dude. Okay. I love doing this. I feel so much better when I do this. This is great.